Hello, in this video we're going to share some tips on how to assemble this sideboard. Before we get started, here's a few things to keep in mind. Make sure you have a Phillips head screwdriver and optionally a flathead screwdriver. A second person can be helpful while putting this together, and just make sure everything's facing the right way when you're putting it together and you'll do great. So let's get started. Just a quick disclaimer, these tips don't cover every step, so make sure you follow the instructions and complete all the steps in order. In step 7, we'll be putting together these pieces here. And for this, we need pieces 3, 4, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And there's a couple things we want to watch out for on this step pertaining to the orientation of the pieces. You want to make sure that these pieces with the grooves here have this blank space at the top, like this. And then these two that have these bolts sticking up, these need to be at the top as well. And also on these pieces, there's the 2 pairs of holes down at the bottom. Those just need to be on this end. And then we can go ahead and put them all together. Just by aligning the cam bolts. Just like that. And then we can lock all these in place with the cam locks. And there's 6 on each. Okay, and then once all the cam locks in, we can tighten them with the screwdriver. And for these, we find that a Phillips head screwdriver works, but a flathead just gives a little bit more grip on the cam locks. All right, and then once they're all tight, we can move on. On step 8, we have pieces 5, 6, and 10. And for these, we just want to make sure everything is facing the right way. On pieces 10, we have an unfinished edge, and that we'll want to face up like this, and also these cam lock holes facing forwards like this. And then on pieces 5 and 6, we just want to make sure that these cam lock holes are at the back, like this. So we'll go ahead and stand up piece 10 this way with the unfinished edge up, cam lock holes this way. And we can go ahead and stand up piece 6 and put that in place here. Same thing with this back piece 10, unfinished edge facing up. Like that, and then piece 5 can just go in to the other side. Okay, once those are together, we can go ahead and put in all 8 cam locks, and we're good to move on. On steps 11 and 12, when you're putting these 3 pieces on, you just want to make sure that these grooves line up all the way along like this. And then also on these, there's the little empty spot with no groove that goes this way at the back. And then the rest just attached into the sides like this. And then the same on this side, just the groove matching up along like this. And then we can go ahead and put the cam locks in the back 4 holes, make sure these bolts are in for step 11, and then we're good to move on. In steps 19 and 20, we're going to attach the doors. And for this, we just need our screwdriver and the screws. And for this, the thing that we like to do when we're attaching hinges is to put the screw onto the screwdriver already, and then lift up the door. On this one, we can rest it on the bottom, and we just line up the screws on the hinge, and then just line it up with the holes. For these, since there's 3 hinges, I like to go ahead and do one at the bottom hinge just to hold the door in place. And then we can go ahead and do the rest of the screws, and I'll go ahead and do that now. All right, we got all the screws in. You can double check the evenness of your door. And if it's not quite even, you can go ahead and check out our video about adjusting hinges to help you out. But other than that, we're done. We hope this video was helpful for you in assembling your new sideboard. For more tips, tricks, and guides, go to walkeredison.com.